is a method which can, help to understand, deepen, right, heart and mindset, and also connect these two. How it works?
It works really simple, and that's why it's profound, I think, because I made it to a very accessible and self-organizing, simple method. Actually, you only need your iPhone or your Android phone, and there you have an app which I'm going to show you how to use it. It is so simple, and you can do it anywhere you are, and you follow along the instructions in the app. It takes you 15 minutes for 2 people, and you have your next step. It's a very cool reflecting method which helps you every time and time and again to take next steps. It's fun. It helps you to learn yourself, to get to know yourself. It helps you to get to know your colleagues, your co-students, and it helps you to move forward.
So let's talk about briefly what are the 7 different steps. Just take us through that in a brief 7 steps.
Yeah.
So what is the step number 1?
In the steps you have to have, the first setting is that you want to make a safe space. So you promise each other a few things.
Let's say we are talking 2 person, right?
Yeah.
And the first objective is setting up a safe space. That means I can talk anything and you can talk anything and there is no interruption. No. That's the first step, right?
You need an alarm. You need an alarm because everybody gets an equal amount of time.
Right.
So you get 1 minute,
Bum.
I will be silent, and then I get 1 minute and you will be silent.
So that's step number 1.
That creates a safe space.
So safe space is step number 1.
Yeah.
And equal time. What's the next step?
Second step is to find out where you are proud of. If you can define what success could you define already in your life. Everybody has successes. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But the moment you tap into this field of success inside yourself, you know it's proof. Oh, I can create some success. I can.
Right.
We reward you for that. Because
so that means looking out the success stories and looking out the proud moment of life. A lot of time we forget that I have achieved so much, but I am not grateful actually. I'm not recognizing. So that looks like a confidence.
More of the time people are criticizing themselves.
Right.
This is not good enough, this is too short, it's too long, it has to be better. And rather that you create success by pointing out, this is wonderful what I did, and I applaud myself for it, that adds up to more strength and more power.
Right.
Now that is a setting you need for the next step, because the next step is actually a kind of a reality check. So having that applause out of the way, how are you doing at this moment? What's the truth of this moment? How do you feel? Sometimes that's a bit vulnerable to share.
Because that is step number 3. Right.
3.
So how I'm doing at this moment?
How are you doing?
Checking the present reality, right?
Yes, exactly. So tapping in.
So let's say some student wants to want to achieve a better result or a better career, to kickstart their career. So then where they are right now, right? So they can assess their own situations, present situations in this step.
Evaluate the moment, saying, "Oh, I don't have a good resume," or maybe I have a good resume, but I'm afraid to send it, or I don't
have so many skill sets.
Everybody has words, but normally when I verbalize my worries or the things that I am uncertain about, and I verbalize to someone else, what do I get immediately? Advice.
Right.
Immediately, because people want to help other people, but that's often not so helpful.
Right. So in this conversation, in step 3, there is no advice, right?
It's only a compliment.
Only compliment. Okay.
Compliment.
So that's step number 3. And then 4.
4 is your first idea of direction.
Direction. Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Okay.
So maybe if I just said I don't have a good resume, the direction would be I'm going to ask for help to create a good resume. I don't know. There is a direction that you.
Or I want to land my dream job, right?
I don't know. But there's a direction pointing out. It's not really clear, but you feel it's about to go that way.
Right. Okay. Some kind of direction.
You have to have your first broad idea.
Okay.
Then the 5th step, you want to have some feedback. You have to have some feedback because you're, of course, a bit insecure.
Right.
So, but what we do in the 5th step is that we change places. We become the other person. So we would sit on each other's chair, and I would become Kamrul, giving myself as Kamrul an advice, and you would become Ineke.
Right.
Now this sounds a bit maybe a bit complicated, it is actually very simple.
Changing the position
Changing
and becoming,
position and becoming the other person,
other person.
identifying with the other
Right.
person.
So wearing the hat of
Yeah.
Ineke's, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking like I'm Ineke,
Exactly.
and I'm talking about
This
two
situation.
Ineke.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there are surprisingly nice things coming out.
Okay.
Because then you know and you hear that the other one has really listened to you.
Mhm.
And that is so connecting.
Okay. Yeah. Because I am now actually on a stage, on an illusion kind of thing, on my mental space,
Yeah, you're
where
free.
I'm actually, wearing the dress and mask of
Yeah.
somebody else, and
Yeah.
then it's totally different than that of not doing this way, but to give the advice, right? So the perspective changes in this fifth step.
Exactly, exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Sixth.
Sixth is decide. Now you know. Take your decision. This is what you're going to do or stop doing. It's like bomb, you know.
So decision has to be taken on that moment, right? In this
the
conversation.
moment. Yeah, but you have it. So
Okay.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's just boom.
You just have to.
It's there.
Yeah, point it out and then
You
decide
have to
about
just
it.
you don't need much time. Everybody
Yeah.
knows. It's like obvious.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of time we procrastinate.
Oh,
we
yes.
will do, we will decide, we will think. It never comes. It never happens.
No. But this step comes from inside out.
Inside, okay.
It's like logic.
Yeah.
Natural.
Instant. When you ask your brain and heart, what do I want in my life? It answers immediately. So this is the sixth step. Fantastic. What's next?
7 is closing, and we share gratitude. We just add to each other where we are grateful for. And that's the closing of the circle.
Okay. So gratitude and closing.
The gratitude is actually the closing of the circle.
Okay.
And after that, we just go our own way. We take it
okay,
for
yeah.
our advantage and we just do what we are planned to do. No evaluation, no talking, just go your own way.
And entire process, everybody has equal amount of time. It could be 1 minute, it could be 2
2
minutes.
minutes.
It's predefined, right?
You can choose.
You can choose. We can choose. So looks like even husband and wife can have the conversation in this method.
Absolutely.
A team can have the conversation.
Absolutely.
Boss and
Yeah.
colleagues can have conversation. Even any strangers could have the conversation in this
Exactly.
method.
Yeah.
It's fairly that simple.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everybody can do it.
How did you bring this kind of method? How did you get this kind of
Yeah.
unique but yet
I have been working as a consultant for about 10 years and I was not really happy with the results that I
consultant
had.
as a 10 years?
As in 10 years.
Before
I created Jump Movement.
Okay.
So I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years now.
20 years now,
Yeah,
okay.
and the first 10 years I've been working in a corporate setting, but I felt that either way, they were too depending on me as an external professional to help
Consultant,
them,
yeah.
give them advice, send invoice, but actually nobody was really satisfied because the answers didn't come from themselves.
Correct. Yeah.
And on the other hand, we went to off-site trainings and we had a lot of fun there, but in the workplace nothing happened. So I just thought I need to create a method that is self-organizing, very simple and self-empowering, and this is it. I made it.
It's like liquid.
Yeah.
So simple, so easy, but yet it's so powerful. It means life. It means you. It means the potential. It means jumping the life. It means jumping the life that you want, that you deserve, and truly the life is yours. Just jump. Thank you. It's so profound. I have experienced the jump inside. I believe once you go through this process, you would feel the jump happening inside. Thank you for listening us.